In the spirit of challenge, I would like to ask you, how many of you would be in support of a criminal legal system in which we have no idea about the number of victims, in which we don't speak the same language, in which there are no clear rules of procedure and evidence, in which most of the evidence that goes into the trials is made up of witness statements because the documents that we are supposed to look at are either falsified or just destroyed, gone missing. So there is a relatively small percentage of documentary evidence. How many of you would support such a criminal legal system where there is uncertainty about the rules of procedure and evidence, about which basic underlying theory the system is really built upon? Is it common law? No. Is it civil law? No, for sure not. Is it, what is it? It's a mixture, it's a hybrid. A hybrid that really many people, many actors in the courtrooms find very, very difficult to understand and indeed to apply. And what would you say about a criminal legal system in which those witnesses were actually called to come and give evidence? Many of them have been threatened to either lie or to tell something other than the truth. How much confidence would you have in a legal system where the judges don't know the history because we're not familiar with it? Well, we can read and learn to a certain extent, but most of those who worked in the courtrooms, in and around the courtrooms, had very little understanding about what this conflict was really about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm introducing to you is international criminal law. And if you compare that with domestic criminal trials, I think you might come to the conclusion that actually international humanitarian law and international procedural criminal law is falling far behind, because we are unable to meet some of the most basic requirements, elements of what we normally understand as criminal justice. So, my advice or my question to you is that the development of international criminal procedural law has only just begun. It started 20 years ago, but believe me, it's going to last for at least another 5 decades, another 50 years, before we will have reached a globally accepted understanding or system of international criminal law, and indeed international criminal procedural law, that is widely accepted in most parts of the world. We have spoken about common law and civil law. But folks, what about Muslim law or Islamic law? I don't know if any of you here are familiar with Islamic law, but I'm certainly not. And what about Chinese law? Should that not also be included in the theoretical foundation of what we are going to do in the future? I would say yes, it should. So we're waiting for the Chinese to come on board and offer what they have to offer in terms of improving a criminal legal procedural system, and Islamic law too. So, Sir Jeffrey, thank you very much for inviting us all. Thank you for taking this initiative. And to all of you, I'd say it lies in your hands, because you are the ones who are going to develop the system and bring it further on. You have 50 years to do so. Get on with it. There's nothing.